All right, Two Bald Dudes Army. This next episode is going to be back to bald reality. Some of you requested it. I know there's a lot of bald guys out there, and you want to see what else is going on in the bald world. So here you go. Roll tape.
All right, folks, it's back. Bald reality. Out in Venice Beach to get some interviews in on men and their thoughts on becoming bald. Stay tuned.
All right, cool. What's your name?
Will. I'm JR.
Black Holiday.
Corey. Dimitri.
So when did you start losing your hair? Bald dudes.
When did I start losing my hair?
Yeah.
Man, I was like in my 30s
Okay. And what made you decide to shave it all off?
because I had the front, but then I had the little balding on the backside.
Okay.
I didn't like that look.
How did family and friends react once it's all gone?
They're okay with it.
Ladies like it?
Yeah, they love it.
I love it. Okay, perfect. So to every guy who's losing their hair, would you recommend they just shave it off?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's whatever look you're going for. I just didn't look right.
Do you feel more confident?
Huh?
Do you feel more confident now?
Yeah, I do.
I love it. Well, you have a good shaped head, so that's excellent. When did you decide to start shaving your head?
Oh, geez, I went pattern bald 20 years ago or more. Most of the guys in my family are bald.
So how old were you once you started losing the hair?
20, I think. Maybe 19, but young. Just a young man.
So like similar to me then, because I started losing it at a young age too. Like it started like right here, and then it started in the back. So how'd you feel once you shaved it all off?
I had done it once or twice already. I was into like the industrial scene in the 90s, so like I'd had a mohawk and cut it off and this and that once or twice, and then I shaved off a mohawk actually, and it just didn't grow back. It just came back spotty, done, and I went, oh, well, family curse, and just continued to shave it from there. I did the Ben Franklin thing for a while. It doesn't really work for me.
Part in the back, nothing in the front.
Right, yeah, that's not a good look.
I got you. I noticed like once I shaved my head too, it just didn't grow back right either. How did family, friends react?
My dad has the exact same hairline. Two of his brothers have the exact same hairline. Most of my cousins have the exact same hairline. So, sorry, kid, was about it, and that was it.
So for anyone out there who's losing their hair, would you recommend that they shave it?
I don't know. That's probably a personal preference. There's a lot more, like Rogaine was only just coming around when I was starting to have it go. You know what I mean? It was crazy expensive back then. There's other options now. There's wigs. Do what you want, I don't wear a lot of sunscreen, and I'm out at the beach and at the desert pretty regularly, and that's not always the best deal,
Would you recommend facial hair helps balance it out?
I don't know that I've thought about it in terms of balance, actually. I just, when I eventually could grow enough facial hair to have a beard, I did.
So did you grow a beard out before or after you shaved your head?
Way after.
Way after.
Yep.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So Ollie, based off these interviews, I've noticed with a lot of men, they start to lose their hairs between ages like 19 to 30. What do you think?
Yeah, 19 to 20 seems to be the average in their early 20s and when it started going thin. All right, so you heard with the one guy that he shaved it off a couple of times when he was younger, had the mohawk, had a couple of different hairstyles, but then he said it never grew back quite the same.
Yes.
And so he eventually ended up shaving it.
Yeah.
I can totally relate to that because I grew my hair out long, full-on headbanger, hard rocker. Then I shaved it, or buzzed it. Didn't shave it, but I buzzed it to a number 1, number 2. Kept it like that for a few months. And then when it started growing back out, it didn't quite grow back out as full as it was before I shaved it. I know mine started thinning a little bit later, I think in my 30s, 40s, and then I shaved it off finally in my early 40s. But that seems to be prevalent, the friar tuck or the widow's peak.
Exactly. Like I really noticed it like towards 25, 26. Started losing in the back, losing in the front, thinning, and then finally I just buzzed it off. Once I shaved that damn thing, I'll tell you what, it did not grow back the same.
Yeah.
So then I kept it as a buzz, but it still wouldn't grow. It's like the hair follicles just disappeared.
Yeah. And then I grew my hair out longer again, but it was long and stringy, and if you put it into a slick back ponytail, you could see the scalp.
You can.
It wasn't a clean slick back. It just was not the same. So advice to guys that want to buzz their hair or shave it, you better hope that when it grows back, it's going to grow back the same, if not fuller, because in my experience, it was never the same again after I buzzed it the first time.
Absolutely right. Absolutely
and
right.
Sucked. At least back then it sucked.
Yeah. With that said, roll clip here. And when did you decide to start shaving your head?
That was a good 12 years ago, maybe.
And why?
I got tired of the barbershop, really, so
Okay. Were you losing your hair or you just wanted to keep it all clean?
I kept making it lower and lower, so I like, okay, let me try to shave look, and then
How did family and friends react? How did ladies react,
I had no bad opinions.
So no complaints.
No complaints, no.
Do you feel better about it now? You feel more confident or what?
I mean, I always feel confident. No, I didn't have a problem with it, so.
That's what's up. So for every man out there who's losing their hair, would you recommend they just get rid of it or what?
I mean, they do whatever suits them. If they want to keep it, then hold on to it. I mean,
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think the facial hair is a good balance?
yeah,
Sure.
I was not going to go bald head and bald face. It was not an option for me. If I couldn't grow this, I would have still had this. So.
You're the man. I love it. Thank you so much, boss.
When did you start shaving your head?
Right after I realized it's falling off.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
It's been about 10 years.
Okay. Did you try to hang on to it first and then decide, you know what, let me just take it off?
No.
No, it's all or nothing, right?
I just said, let it go, and I'm a free man after that. Yeah, I'm a happy man after that.
Okay. Did you feel a lot more confident? Did it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So no looking back.
Yeah, it's a version of me, a new version 2.0.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
And your friends, family, how did they take you when they saw you with the bald head?
It was like 1 week, and after that, it was normal.
It was all cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How often do you shave it?
Every 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Razor. Yeah.
I do
All the
the
way.
same. I do the same.
Yeah.
Now the beard.
Yeah.
Did you grow that after you shaved your head?
No, I had that before. Yeah.
Have you ever tried the whole Mr. Clean look?
No.
No?
No, that's a bad look.
That's
No.
a bad look?
Believe me, you don't see that.
I know. I've never
Yeah.
done it either. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get it, I get it.
Yeah.
Now, so for every guy that starts losing their head, you recommend just take it off, embrace the baldness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the step.
Okay.
Yeah.
No hair system, none of that stuff.
Nothing. It's
No.
waste of money.
Yeah.
Based off what we're seeing too, you notice too, you can buzz it, you can shave it. There's so many different products nowadays to grow your hair back, Rogaine this, plugs, but based off what I'm hearing, is it's a waste of time. It really doesn't matter. You need to own and just accept who you are and your baldness.
Right. And I can relate to that too because when I was starting to lose my hair after it grew back out, my barber, hairdresser recommended like the treatment shampoos, Nioxin, and the different shampoos that had the Rogaine or the minoxidil in it. Tried using that. Didn't really help though, so it was a waste of money because those suckers are expensive.
And you're right, Ollie. On top of that too, a lot of guys, when they lost their hair, either grew out the beard as well. They thought it was good balance, or they already had it to begin with.
Right.
That's right.
The medicated shampoos are expensive, and having to put the treatments on and so on was never even what they purported it to be. So yeah, it ended up being just a waste of money of trying to hang on to something that was going eventually anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I know for me personally, I started growing out the beard. It was very light when I shaved my head. Not shaved it, but buzzed my head the first time. And then when I fully shaved my head, that's when the beard started growing a little bit thicker.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just the follicles went from there to here, but it is a better balance to me because the whole Mr. Clean, looking like an alien fully shaved just would never work for me.
Gotcha, a little too baby face. So yeah, I mean, facial hair is the biggest form of masculinity. It doesn't really matter what you have up top. All that matters is what you think.
And the best thing I did when I finally accepted and owned it was shave my head. Luckily, as we've said in a previous video, I had the right shaped head for it because that was a fear. When you shave your head, am I going to look good bald?
Yeah,
Right?
it's
Am
always
I
a big
going to
fear.
be able to pull off the bald look?
Exactly. And when it comes to families and friends, the women, everyone had like the same conclusion as it didn't matter. Everyone accepted it. And there's always a woman out there that's going to love you too, guys. So don't worry about that. Roll clip.
How long have you been shaving your head?
Sounds like elementary, bro.
Oh, for real?
it's been-
Okay. What made you decide to shave it so young?
Just playing basketball, man.
Okay. Have you ever grown it out, or have you always maintained that look?
No, I always shave, man.
Okay. So everybody that's met you has always known you to have the shaved head.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever tried to grow it out to see if you still have the full head?
Nah, I got the full head, man. Yeah. It looks
Lucky
like
man.
I got a little forest fire starting back here, maybe, but
Okay.
by the grace of God, everything's good, man.
Okay, that's good. Now let me ask you. I know you've been shaving it since you were a kid, but anybody that's losing their hair, would you recommend that they just shave the head? Do you think that would be the
I
best?
told some of my friends they've done it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
Kind of
helped
hesitant.
some of them.
Yeah. And then with the goatee and the beard, do you think that's a good look for having with the shaved head?
I mean, I've always had a mustache or beard. I've done a beard as well too, but yeah, no, yeah. It's
Versus having the
it's
Mr.
fresh,
Clean look?
Yeah, just fresh, bro.
All right, cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course, bro.
When did you decide to start shaving your head?
When my hair stopped growing.
When was that?
In my early 30s,
Okay.
late 20s. I would say definitely my early 30s.
Wonderful. So how did family, friends, women react about that? How they like it?
Well, in the black community, it's not a big deal.
No?
No, it's not a big deal when you shave your head. So nobody said anything. Everything just kept rolling.
Did you feel just as confident as you do now or before? Or?
I felt even more confident. You know why? Because during that time period, Michael Jordan was a really big name. You understand what I'm saying? So he was pretty much, he made it in vogue to have a bald head. You know, just like nowadays, it's in vogue to have dreads and a beard. Like that comes from like Rick Ross and people like, he doesn't have dreads, but you know, the beard.
Absolutely.
Right. You know, women seem to think that that's sexy now all of a sudden. Well, actually, even before him, it was Suge Knight. She was like the first person to do it. But that's the story of you know, the bald thing.
I love it. So for every man that's losing their hair, would you recommend they just shave it clean or what?
Well, you know, it's a personal thing, and I don't necessarily recommend my style for everybody, other man. But I tell them what I would say is embrace it. Don't fight it, because the more you fight it, the more you lose your hair. It just is what it is. You know, but I mean, they got all kind of different antidotes that they didn't have when I was, you know, young, that actually help you get your own hair back. I mean, they got a commercial that comes up all the time. I don't know, I can't call the name of it right now. But yeah, we'll help you get your real hair. This is not your 70s. This is not, you know, like your father's hair care or whatever. But anyway, just on that topic, because I guess we're talking about this because the topic of the title of your thing is Two Bald Dudes.
You know it, brother.
And so you guys found me. So now it's 3 bald dudes, right? Yeah, always. Well, I'm not in the title, but it's 3 bald dudes today.
Every day with you, man.
Most definitely, most definitely.
I love it. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, I appreciate it, man. And
You
guys,
too.
Peace and prosperity to you guys, your show, and everything you guys are doing.
Wonderful.
Have a good day.
Thank
bro.
you. Stay blessed.
Most definitely.
Okay, and so with these last few interviews, you know, one thing that you've seen, interestingly enough, is in the black community, the bald head was never really that big a deal because of Michael Jordan. He popularized the bald shaved head for a lot of guys in the black community. So as you saw from these other guys, these African Americans, that shaving their head wasn't that much of a stigma because it was already out there in the sports world.
Exactly.
You know, and so they owned it. It looked fine on them. And it didn't make that much of a big deal as it might have in other communities.
Exactly. And it all just boils down to confidence, how you carry yourself. Being bald or not makes no difference. You know, there's a lot of like famous actors, celebrities, you know, sports players out there that are bald, and people find them great. They think they're attractive. And ultimately, what we want to know is your thoughts. So post down in the comments below and let us know, when did you lose your hair? Are you losing your hair? How do you feel? How do other people feel about it? Let us know.
All right. Do you want to talk?
Two bald dudes.
And that's your intro.
Ready?
Okay, so let's talk
Wasn't
about.
there someone who talked about style too or whatever?
Okay, yeah, I know exactly.
You know how to roll in this one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.